Shalom, beloved. This is your brother Eric Mungai bringing to you the R Generation, where we empower you for impact. Last night we had a wonderful show where we talked about vision. And remember, we are doing this show from Peakrest Homes. These Airbnbs are only 100 meters from Nakuru CBD. They have ample parking, the serene environment, spacious rooms, and very much affordable. You'll thank God for me for informing you concerning that. Now, concerning our show today, we received a lot of questions from what we aired last Thursday. We talked about vision. We talked about how having a supervision will enable you not to live under supervision. I remember saying that if, because the vision talks about your future, when you don't have a vision, you inadvertently go back to your past. And then we talked about how vision, having a vision, will impact even your relationships. Now, we found very many questions, and we found it necessary to include in this show the same guest we had last week, but also some other viewers who had some queries they needed answered. And remember, you can also be answered by dropping your question on the numbers on the screen, and we will be glad to indulge you. Without further ado, let me introduce to you my guests today in the set. They say ladies first, so hi.
Hi Eric.
How are you?
I'm very fine.
It's good to have you here.
Thank you for having me.
Tell us about yourself.
My name is Mary.
All right.
I'm a mother of two.
Okay.
I'm married
Yeah.
to one husband. I work at Epic.
All right.
Impact.
Okay.
So we impact the young generation and help them discover their purpose.
Okay.
Because we have come to discover that many young people, they're just living blindly without knowing their purpose on this earth. So we help them identify their strength, and we guide them, and we impact them with the knowledge and the things they need to know.
Wow.
For becoming who they were created to be.
Wow, that's amazing. That's an amazing thing you're doing at Epic Impact.
Thank you.
Hello, thank you so much, Mary. Hi.
Hi.
Tell me about yourself.
My name is Stacy Wangare.
Yes.
I'm in the hospitality industry and also a lecturer in Nakuru.
Oh.
I teach food and beverage, or basically the hospitality courses. And our main aim is to produce people in the society who can, in the job market, who can sustain themselves without indulging in crime or other activities.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. That's fantastic. Yeah. This is our guest, but he will introduce himself further for those who did not get a chance to view our last episode. But we really advise that you get a peek of what we talked about last week, so that you can get a feel of exactly what we're talking about in these segments.
Absolutely.
Yeah, welcome, my brother.
Oh yeah, it's wonderful to be
You are
here.
no longer a visitor.
It feels like home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God for you. Thank God for you.
Yeah.
It's been a buzz in the internet.
Yeah.
Kindly let us know about yourself. What do you do?
Yeah. So my name is John Madenge. They call me Johnny. I'm a life coach. I run the Limitless Lifestyle Community Center. So we are a community center that centers on development of the mind, body, and spirit.
Okay.
So basically, we are a community center comprising of a gym, a vocational training center, and a life coaching and counseling center.
Wow.
So basically, that's what I do. A buzz of energy, impacting my generation with the word of truth.
That is amazing. That is
Yeah.
amazing. So one thing that is certain, my viewers, you are
Yeah.
in for a treat.
Uh-huh.
All these organizations are working for the youth and for
Yeah.
the young people.
Yeah.
That's why at Argen we empower you for impact.
Absolutely.
Remember something we said about vision? We said that it even informs your perspective. Because I remember us talking about these two companies, those shoemakers companies, where one shoemaker company sent their people to Africa to see whether there was ready markets for their shoes. And they went back with the report that there are no markets in Africa, simply because people don't wear shoes.
Look at that.
And then Bata Company from Czech Republic sent for their marketing officers
To the same
to
place.
the same place. And when they went back, they say we have plenty of market because people don't have shoes.
Perspective.
Perspective matters.
Wow.
We also talked about how the vision will affect your relationships. How it is very important for you as a young person to identify your area of calling. What is your purpose? What is your assignment? And I hear that is what Epic Impact does.
Yes.
What is your purpose? What is your area of influence? Because you have to understand that your purpose is your area of significance.
Yes.
It's your area of contribution. Each and every one of us has been created in purpose and for a purpose.
Absolutely.
All right. Now, just to pick from there,
Yeah.
we talked about vision quite at length.
Yes.
But majority of the buzz came from visions and in a relationship.
Yes.
For example, our sister Wangari had a question on how two visions can be merged when people are already married.
Yes.
You see, it's important that they're getting the information now. But we also have to be cognizant of the fact that there are people already in a relationship
Yes.
or a situation.
Yeah.
Relationship.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
But they are already living together. But now they have this information.
Yes.
So Wangari is married to X, and now she understands her purpose. Now she is empowering herself. But this guy over here is very busy trying to make ends meet. It's not that he's a bad person, but he's very busy trying to make ends meet.
Yes.
But we amepata a different light. How do they merge the two? Because I don't believe the purpose should really separate the families. It should be to foster and to make us prosper and more impact together.
I think the most fundamental thing for us to consider is that even vision is subject to values. Even vision is subject to values. That means, what do I value more? If I place a premium on family, for example, then certain things will take backstage. So it doesn't matter what it is that I loved. Many times you'll discover that sometimes you need to do what you need to do when you need to do it, so that one day you can get to do what you want to do when you want to do it. So the thing is, we have to consider sacrifice. Because many times we sacrifice for what it is that we value. We sacrifice because, you see this, we are married. If we are married, just you and I, no kids, it becomes easier. Not easy, but easier to separate. But the moment you're brought in children into the relationship, then children need to take center stage. So thank you, you have a high-flying job. Clap for you. Thank you that the whole world is asking for you. Wonderful. But what do you value more? Is it the children? Is it your job? Is it your vision? So sometimes they will come, that clash. And at a certain time, the two people, the two adults in the relationship have to have a sit down. Get the ego out of the room. Let's have an honest conversation. Strip down to your bare minimum. First of all, vision comes from God. The Bible says he's not the author of confusion. So if at all it came from God, who is to take the center stage of this? So we go back to God. What is the Lord saying to my family concerning this vision? Is it drawing us apart? Should it draw us apart? Who should submit? You see, the Bible says, submit one to another. Yes, to the woman submit to the husband, absolutely. But many times, even the man has to yield himself for the sake of his family.
That's true.
Yes, the Bible says Jesus died for the church, laid his own life down, his own needs, his own desires, left to himself. He had other ideas. He said, Father, if it was up to Jesus, he would have walked away from the cross. But he says, nevertheless, not my will, but yours. So we sit down, let's have a discussion. Remember, the basis must be love. Love. Love for one another. Love for the family. Love for the gospel. Love for the kingdom. So once that is underlined, the conflict is out of the door. Because, look, and we have good Christian examples to give. We've seen Joyce Myers, for example. The whole family rallied behind her vision. Now, the thing is, the husband could have taken center stage. Said, hapana, mimi ndio kusema kwa hii nyumba. Na hiyo mambo ya Joyce Myers sitaki kusikia. No. What did he do? He said, I can take leadership and bring authority and bring mind and bring order into the organization of this thing that we are doing. So that now today, through this, the entire family has found their place, including the in-laws, including the daughters, including the grandchildren, They have all plugged into this vision. Yeah. So this is the importance of vision. But one thing has to be said outrightly, that there has to be death to the self.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. Wow. I think what I'm understanding is that in case you have identified who has the vision,
Yeah.
I think what he's saying is that the rest should rally
Yes.
behind the vision bearer.
Yeah.
Is that what you think?
Yes, and also you should sacrifice and to what you value most. You sacrifice so that you can get what you value. So you rally towards the one with the vision as you sacrifice it for the better good in the future.
True.
All right.
Absolutely.
Wow, that's amazing. So basically, people don't submit to people.
People, you see, the thing is, people submit to visions. The reason, and I dare say this, the reason many women will have it hard to submit to a man is because the outline of the vision is not foreseeable for the lady. She can't see herself in the vision.
Yeah, they're not wired that way.
They're not wired that way. So the thing is, many times when I see where we are going with this, I will agree to the sacrifice.
Yes.
I will say yes to the sacrifice.
Oh.
Yes. Are we building a house? Are we building a house that I will enjoy? Yes. Then we can skip the hair salon. I will put up sister locks.
So Habakkuk is told by the Lord, write down the vision
Yes.
in a tablet.
Yes.
So that whosoever sees it will run with it.
Yes.
So, my brother, I think the point of contention really is you have maybe you have a vision,
Yes.
but your wife is not really submitted into this vision. Could it be you have not really expounded the vision properly?
Absolutely.
Because this vision, I believe this vision has to be too big for her to see herself in that vision, accommodated in that vision. Now, if the vision is with the wife, all right, for example, she has found herself and you're the gentleman, it doesn't make you less a man when you support that vision.
No.
It doesn't make you less a man. Because you see, he said the visions are from God. So we are not really inventing, we are just discovering. This is a desire. And I remember we talked about desire.
Yes.
We talked about desire and decisions.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And this is a point of celebration. Because the thing is, if my eyes see, remember we are in the same body. My eyes see is not for the mouth to complain that how come I'm not seeing what you are seeing. Now even me, I want to see. No, yours is to communicate. You see? So if you're the eyes, if God has given you the vision, you're the eyes of the body. Understand that the eyes have a very weak ability to accomplish what it is that they see.
That's true.
The eyes can only see. But without the accommodation of the rest of the faculties, the eyes basically, you're looking helpless. You desire, you see, you want. But then now it's upon you to see it long enough for the heart to capture the vision of what, not just what I see, but what could I see? You understand?
What could I see?
What could I be? You understand? The vision is therefore the sight beyond the sight. Yeah? You're getting it? The sight beyond the sight. That means if I'm able to speak, so the eyes rely on the mouth. And not just the mouth that we see, the physical mouth. They rely on the inner tongue, you know, the communication of what it is that I see, the perspective of what it is that I see. So if I'm able to communicate what it is that I see, and I'm able to speak it well for my wife to actually understand that it is for her benefit. The eyes need to speak to the hand that although you're feeding the mouth, what you're eating will ultimately end up strengthening you. You understand? So the thing is, if the mouth was left to itself, it would grab the bread, but it has no way of absorbing the bread. It has to give it to somebody else. Do you understand? So this is the balance in a family. And that's why even within the bride of Christ, no portion of the bride has everything. To one, he has given a certain gift. To another, he has given another gift. Why? So that all of us coming together in unity may accomplish one task.
Wow.
So I think for those people who are dating,
Uh-huh.
for those people who have not yet gotten married,
Yes.
it is wise to advise them.
Yes.
Don't just marry this person. Don't just go with the looks.
Yeah.
Go with the vision. Marry
Yeah.
the vision
Marry
as
the-
you marry
yes.
the person.
True.
Yes.
Because if you just marry the person
Uh-huh.
and along the
Yes.
way the love maybe it's ish, you come to
Let's
realize
something
you don't
else.
like the vision.
Yes.
Or you cannot submit to the vision. Then what happens? That's why we are having so many people that are getting apart,
True.
that are separating.
True.
Because as you continue with your marriage, you will get to a point where you cannot submit to the vision of the man. So don't just get married to that person. Get married to their visions. Get married to what they want to do in life. So that maybe you can feel you're also getting along, or
True.
you're also getting to submit to that vision.
True.
Wow.
And you, yes. Again, you know, I always tell young men, you get attracted to the hips, but it is her brain that will raise your children.
Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Okay, it's getting hot in here. Oh, thank you guys. We're gonna take a short break, but we'll be right back after this commercial break.